So I'm going to give this a little bit of rub of the air sander now, just to get see if I can get some of this off this. Doesn't work out, we'll get one for it. So I might give it a little bit of a wet sand. Running out of air here, but I might get some wet paper at it, and I'll probably get through it quicker. It's fairly deep scratches on that. That was only a 1500 pad, which is pretty much ruined now. It's just full of stuff, but at least it's a good start. I'll get some wet paper now. So by the way, I'm using 1200 grit on this, and then I'm going to get a 1500 grit and rub it after this one done. This is just to get the deep scratches out, as much of them as I can. And you can see as it's wet, I'm sure you can see that you can see a lot more through it because it's wet. It's actually shiny. So when I polish this up with some compound, it should come up to a nice bright finish that you can see nice and clearly. So I've got some 1500 now and 2000. 1500 first. I'll just go up the grades a wee bit. Just try and take as many scratch strokes out of it. You can see already how nice and light the 1500 works on it. It should take out any final scratches in it. This same process can be used to do perspex headlights on cars and etc. It's very simple, very easy, pretty much anybody can do it. It takes a little bit of elbow grease to do it. It's not that easy to put it that way, but otherwise you can't complain. So this is 2000 now. On headlights and cars I wouldn't normally do this, but the fact that I just had it there, and 1500 is usually perfect for the headlights and cars, I find. So now that's looking really well, so I'll go get some compound, and I think I think I'll just directly compound it. I'm not too worried about even buffing it anymore. It's very good. So I've taken the compounding machine over. Now if you really wanted it, you could spend an hour or so polishing it by hand, but this is so much faster. So these pads are changeable. This is a rough pad. This is for usually for what's a coarse grade compound. This is one of the ones I use. This is for usually for doing bodies of cars, like for after painting and getting rid of orange peel, etc. So a little bit of this first. I'll give it a little bit of a run of that. That'll bring up the deep scratches, bring them back out. And then this later, you can see the grades on them. So this later one should bring it up closer to where we want it. And then I may give it a run of this. I need to change the pad for this one. This was 20 bucks. This is very expensive for all it was, but it was I bought that when I was in Australia, and yeah, it's mainly for complete finishing, so finishing like a very shiny surface like blacks and stuff like that you don't want to leave swirl marks in. But anyway, so I'll just give it a little bit of a run of this first, and it's been a while since this was opened. I don't do this work much, so first of all, actually, to wet this, because that is so coarse, it actually will burn. It can burn the surface you're doing. So if you're doing the body of a car, you can burn the body really fast, actually burn the paint. And this here will would easily burn this perspex within seconds. So I'm just going to turn this way down. Yeah, the cab's going to get ruined here, but I'll just clean it straight away. It'll just be a tiny little job. So I'll rub a little bit on. You can hear the grit in it. So that's all we need. So a little bit of a run, gently. The key is to keep moving. If you don't keep moving, you'll burn. Like that's good and wet is good. The faster you go, the more quicker you must move. So that's it now. So I'm just going to give it a lighter compound now, and should be nearly finished. And so I'm just after putting on the next grade of compound on up. I'm going to give it a quick run. This doesn't need much water, it's actually fairly wet. So I'm just going to quick run of this. Of a bad rag. I probably better get a cleaner one, but this one I'm sure will do, just to give it, just clean it off. And yeah, the rag is bad. So as you can see, I know it's still a little bit dirty and that, but I'm going to get a clean rag now. You can actually see the gauge is perfect. So that's a big improvement for where we were. I'm just going to get a clean rag now to wipe this. I'm not even going to give it the last compound, I don't think. I think it's pretty good. I'm really happy with that. There's no need to keep going. It's as long as you can see it nice and clearly. At the end of the day, it's a machine. So anyway, that's it. Another little job done.